Okay, boys and girls, I am going for a ride. I'm actually gonna get out today and test this new seat out at last. I've done a couple of 5, 10, quick rides, 15, 20-minute rides, but nothing really substantial since I got it. So I thought I'd get out today and go for a nice hour's ride, 2-hour ride maybe, see how this new seat works out. I know I posted some pictures before on the Triumph page and my Eurobike page, so I think some of you guys have seen it before with the new seat, but there it is again. Really nice, looks so much better than what they originally put on the bike. Just nicely made. So gonna see how well it does on a decent ride. So yeah, get out there and see how it feels on the old backside. Haven't ridden the bike for well, let's see, a couple weeks now with this cold snap in the weather that we had. So it's been sat for a couple weeks, probably the longest it's been sat since I got her. So but look at this, blue sky, nice, 48 degrees. One of the advantages of starting so early at work every day is I get off at 1:30, and it's, I got a couple hours. If it's dry and it's reasonably warm, I can get out and go for a ride, which is always a plus. So yeah, see how this new seat does. Definitely feels a lot firmer than the original, which is kind of nice. It's better ergonomics for the shape of, fits the shape of your backside a little bit better, shall we say, than the original, which is basically like sitting on a slightly cushioned plank. Hello, doggy. Woof woof. He's happy chappy. So yeah, definitely pushes you a little bit more forward, which I like. It's nice to be positioned more over the front of the bike, in my opinion. I was reading an article about the GP bikes the other day, saying how the geometry of the bikes are changing and they're pushing the rider more forward over the years. And if you look at some of the old photos from GP bikes riders going back in the 80s and the 90s, you'll see when they're prone that their chin is pretty much on the tank. Now if you look at the same footage from today, go out there and look at it, you'll actually see that their chin is now almost, when they're prone, right on top of the headstock of the steering. So that gives you some kind of idea how much over the years they've pushed the rider forward over the tank and more over the front wheel. And basically that's just to help their body weight keep that front wheel down. because they're producing so much more power now than they used to, that just keeping that front end down is so much harder. And they've got the traction control, but you know, if the traction control is kicking in, it's actually slowing the bike down. So they don't want to slow the bike down. They want to keep the front end down with the rider's weight if possible. So anyway, that's an interesting fact. If you ever get a chance to look at some old GP motorcycle pictures when they're on the track and they're tucked in behind that visor, compare the last 30 years and you see how it's changed. Quite interesting. So look at this beautiful day. Some people say, you start work at 4 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, but this is one of the benefits. People out there with their 9-to-5 jobs, or 8 to 4 or 8 to 5, still stuck at work. I get to go out and go for a blast. So yeah, I like my early starts. And of course, even better in the summer. Another thing I noticed with the new seat is when accelerate hard, it's keeping you in, because you know, you're not sliding off the back of the seat, which again is nice. So here we are, middle of November, and 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving, a holiday that I never knew anything about until I moved to the US 17 years ago. I remember my first Thanksgiving, it was like, Thanksgiving, like what is this thing? What is this weird tradition? Sit around, you eat lots of turkey, you give thanks, and then you fall asleep. I've embraced it over the years. I mean, what's not to embrace? It's turkey. Who doesn't love turkey?